Hello my viewers, if you're interested in buying a helmet like this, or maybe a life-size one, you can go over there and shop at greenbaypackers.com. They have NCAA teams, they have NFL teams, they have all your favorite teams. They even have the teams that you don't like the Bengals, Browns, and Ravens. I don't know why anybody buy that, but they have that too if you want to buy it. So go over there and use my promo code PITSIN and go and shop some of your favorite football helmets now. Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. On the video title, you know what this video is about. Today we're discussing, of course, the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Steelers versus Packers Sunday Night Football. I'm making this video a few days in advance because I'll be out of town like that for like 4 days. So if I say anything wrong or outdated in this video, just know that I made it in advance, of course. But I think right now the roster is on. I think everybody come be available. I think in this game right here, except Calvin Austin. I think Calvin Austin is still injured, if I'm not mistaken. But we'll see who all is there, of course, fully. For the defensive side, the offensive side should be most of the guys, I think, like that. But we'll see when the time comes, of course. Like that, you never know. Some little tweaks and different injuries always seem to appear up or pop up. But the Steelers really only have. There's only one thing they still have to do to win this game, in my opinion. The Steelers offense, I feel like they can go out there and put some points on the Packers defense. Seen the Packers defense, a lot of people put points on them before. The Cardinals did last week. The Bengals did in the second half too as well against the Packers. We've seen teams be able to put points on them, of course. Cowboys put up some monster numbers on them as well. We've seen teams be able to do that, of course, as well, like that. Attack them on the outside, of course. They've been inefficient at that point. And also, you know, just finding ways to get things going and running the football on them too. Now their defense, of course, they have some weapons. They have some guys on their defense. You know, Michael Parsons is a phenomenal player and stuff as well. But you can definitely still go out there and put some points up on their defense and make some things happen. The main thing that Steelers need to do in this game to ensure victory, or at least come close to winning like that, you have to limit the run. You have to stop the run and limit the run. You cannot let Josh Jacobs go crazy where they can open up so much more. Because we know Jordan Love and Matt LaFleur can go out there and call a great game like that, especially when you're able to run and open up so much space out there where you have those weapons they have on the outside, the speedsters they have, of course, the Goldens. I think Watson is still playing too as well. Dobbs, of course, as well. All the different guys they have on the team, of course. They have all these different weapons. I know Reed is injured. Remember, he had a broken collarbone, I think, like early in the season like that. But yeah, they have all these weapons on the team. A lot of receivers, a lot of young receivers who are fast and explosive. So they're able to run the ball and do play action. Stay sure they'll be eating you alive because we know our cornerbacks, they can play good in certain extents, but sometimes they do get beat by speed like that. They happen a few times. Jay Zinn got us over 100 yards in that game. Justin Jefferson had 10 catches, 100 yards in his game. Jamar Chase had 161 yards with like 16 catches in his game. So we've seen some top level receivers. Now, they don't have a top receiver like that, but they still have some guys who can definitely eat you alive like that if you do not go out there and play smart and limit the run where they make them one-dimensional, where you can kind of tee off against their quarterback. We know Jordan Love is a good quarterback, but he will turn the ball over sometimes like that. He do take chances a little bit like that, so you're able to get pressure in on him to cause turnovers and try to make something happen, of course. So that's the main thing to get to that, really. You have to go out there and stop the run. So you can stop the run, you can be able to do that. So we'll see if the Steelers can be able to stop the run this time around. Last game, the Bengals rushed for a lot of yards. They had 130, 40 rushing yards, I think, in that game. Went crazy in that game. The Steelers rushed for 100 yards to pass, 4 games, but you know, the last one right there, they lost like that. They 3-1 over their last 4, so it's not too bad, of course. But the Steelers got to find a way to get things kind of going and get things back on track again, of course. Right now, sitting at 4-2, have an opportunity to stay up ahead of the AFC North and winning another game, of course, as well. Because, you know, the Bengals play the Jets, so they win, they'd be 4-4. They still got 2 less losses than us. And we got 1 more win than them too as well, so they'd be 4-4. And then they also play, I think the Ravens play the Bears, I think, as well. So the Bears still 4 games behind us. And then you look at the Browns, they're 3 games behind us as well. We already beat the Browns too. So we'll see how things kind of add up and stuff, trying to keep pace of this race. And my prediction before the season started was the Steelers versus Ravens, the final game for the division. Like that, I said it'd be like either the Steelers be 11-5 and the Ravens would be 12-4, or opposite. Steelers be 12-4, Ravens 11-5. Well, kind of what it is now, because Ravens do have 5 losses already. So, and the winner of that game was going to be the winner of the division. That's my prediction before the season started. And if the Steelers get their act together, that could be the thing. Now, it could be better if the Steelers go out there, handle business, and win the games like that. And they put the Ravens twice as well, so they could find a way to knock them out. And you also put the Bengals as well, so you find a way to knock them down as well. And then the Browns again, so you can get those 4 wins through the division. That'd be very good. But division games are very tough. But I think the Steelers got to find a way to win other games too as well. You know, you got the Packers, like I mentioned, you know, this Sunday. And then, of course, the Colts coming up after them and the Chargers. You got to find a way to win at least 2 or 3 of those games. I think like 2. If you win 2 out of 3, if you win all 3, that'd be great. But if you win 2 out of 3, that'd be good. I like that too as well. So you'd be sitting there, what, 7-3 record, which is very, a 6-3 record. 6-3 record, of course, would be pretty good like that. So if I got to find a way of this next course to go out there and at least win 2 of the next 3 games. Possibly, hopefully 3 of the next 3 games like that to go out there and be nice. And then the Bengals game, division matchup, you see how things go with that one, of course, as well. But in this game, you just stop the run. Stop the run, and you give yourself a chance to win this game, of course, defensively. The defense is very good when they're able to rush and get pressure in. And the run defense is not bad in the sense of like just being horrible because the guys like the talent out there. It's just the scheme. Now, the scheme of the things is like they kind of do stuff that's stupid. Because we've seen them go out there and stop teams like the Vikings, stop teams, of course, like the Vikings, the Patriots. Who has they stopped doing that run? The Browns as well, a team who just rushed for another big time game against the Dolphins, and they were coming off of a big time rushing game. They had 160 rushing yards against the Vikings. The Steelers held them to 65 only. Like that, went out there and stopped them. So the Steelers are able to stop the run like that, but sometimes I feel like they revert back to kind of playing soft a little bit. A lot of soft coverage, not loading the box, not going out there and adding your big backers out there. Where you're seeing a lot of Cole Holcomb, or you're seeing, of course, the Herb Biggs out there. You're seeing Harmon out there. Harmon and Herbie can play a lot of sacks. You think Harmon and Herbie will play a lot more snaps? So because they're the way they've been in the game, they've been like starting and getting a big time role. They've been going out there and playing very efficiently and very effectively. So I hope to see them a lot too as well, Sunday Night Football, and they're still able to do that and limit things. Of course, the Packers got a good offense. You're not going to be able to stop them from scoring completely. But if you're able to limit things where you're not running the ball over you like it's easy like that, where the yards are tough to get. Because team can have like, they have 90 rushing yards, 100 rushing yards, but it was very tough to get. They have to like 45 carries to get it or something like that, where it's like tough yardage and tough sledding out there for them like that, where he's like, Josh Jacobs got 23 carries for 78 or something like that, or 75. You like where it's tough. You're getting like 3 yards or maybe 2.8 yards a carry. You want to make it tough for the team, because you know when teams that are tough, like have good offense, they're gonna go out there and get their points and stuff. But you want to make it tough where every point takes everything like that out of them, and you go out there and make sure you manage them, of course, as well. So we'll see the Steelers can be able to do that on Sunday Night Football. And Rodgers will have a revenge game, a kind of revenge game like that as well with the Packers. We know he has love for Jordan Love. We know he has love for the Packers. He spent most of his career with the Packers, went out there and won a Super Bowl with them, Super Bowl MVP, 4 MVPs with the Packers. But last time Aaron Rodgers played his former team was with the Jets, week 1. He threw 4 touchdowns. And last week he threw 4 touchdowns against the Bengals. Of course, another matchup. And he looked good, of course, against the Browns. He was looking good. The only game he didn't look good in was probably the game against the Patriots. That's probably the only one. The Seahawks game, he don't look bad at the end because he had to force some passing. One interception got bounced up in the air. Because he only got 4 interceptions on the season. No, 5 interceptions on the season. Yeah, one got bounced up in the air like that and got picked off like that. And then the other one, he kind of forced something at the end of the game because we was already down by double scores and stuff. But I thought the only game he looked like not good in at all was the Patriot game. Only had 130 something passing yards. He had 1 touchdown pass, 1 interception, a bad interception. He just threw it right to the guy. And that's kind of the main game I think that he looked bad in, because he was missing some throws and missing some opportunities in that game. But besides that, all other games I feel like he looked either solid or real good or great in like that. I think the Jets game was great. I think the last game against the Bengals he was great as well. I think he had 2 turnovers. One turnover was not his fault, but the other one, he kind of threw a go ball up to DK Metcalf like that, threw a little too far. That was his fault, but the other one wasn't his fault. So I'm looking at like Aaron Rodgers had some 2 good games where he played great, and every other game was like at least good or solid, and one game was just bad. So over the first, on 6 games, I think it's pretty good like that. You can get that over the next 6 course, that'd be good too as well. So I feel like Aaron Rodgers gonna go out there and handle business. He's gonna look to try to win this game, of course. The revenge game, so we'll put a little extra ump to it as well. And this is a Steelers game to win. The Steelers always do this every time. It'd be like they'll lose a game that they should win, and then they'll win a game that they probably shouldn't win like that. Teams don't not be the favorite, which is crazy. They always happen. And we got these ugly uniforms on too, this yellow and some weird khaki pants or something like that. I'm not a big fan of the uniforms. It was growing on me a little bit, but then I was seeing a little bit more pictures of them. I'm like, I don't know. I seen that yellow, the way the yellow looked for the Chargers as well. The Chargers had the all yellow on. It looked bad. It looked like piss or mustard or something like that. It looked bad like that. Like somebody who had, someone who's dehydrated, and when they pee, the urine is very like yellowish like that. Me, I stay hydrated, so my urine is clear like that. But I think someone who's dehydrated a little bit, the urine, or they take a certain medicine, and the urine is like yellow. That's how the Chargers look. I think our yellow gonna look a little bit like that as well, like that. So I'm hoping we don't get pissed on in this game for like looking sorry, of course, and playing sorry. So hopefully we're not what the fit is. So we'll see how things go. But my score prediction for this game, really, I think the Steelers could win this game. I'm gonna say it'd be like a close one. It'd be like something like 24-21 or 24-21. Or like 24-27. It'd be like around that range. I don't think it'll be a crazy game because both the defenses are good. So it might be 20-24 or 21-24. I think the Steelers win like around that. Either field goal win, victory, That'd be nice to see Boswell a 60-yarder in Pittsburgh to win it, or a game-winning drive by Rodgers, or a game-winning stop by the defense. Most times it's always a stop by the defense. So I think the Steelers will probably win this. Not last week though, of course, but most of the time. But I think the Steelers probably win this by a little bit. I feel like the winner of this game is going to be a short margin like that. I think it's going to be very close. Both teams going to be playing good defensively. I think both quarterbacks make enough plays, of course, to get it done. In the end, they have some pretty good games. And, Aaron Rodgers get the victory on Sunday Night Football. And the Steelers improve to 5-2 and get ready for a date with the AFC Conference leaders, the Indianapolis Colts. That'd be very interesting. So we'll see how things go. But these are all I have for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like, subscribe for more content. And I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Peace out.